Social anxiety disorder manifests itself when a person avoids society, contact and relationships. A person does not socialize with people, does not go to places where people celebrate some holidays. They invite him to a birthday party. A person does not go there either, because they will see him there. You have to tell something about yourself, and suddenly someone wants him to open up. A person is afraid of all this, and the problem becomes such veiled, constant avoidance. A person starts to fight with himself. Some opportunities appear, but he avoids them. People offer relationships, but such a person initially does not get involved in these relationships, does not create and does not enter into contact, because he already has in his head in advance that he will be evaluated somehow. Something will not work out, and in general, these healthy relationships will not work out. The main source of anxiety of sociophobes is other people. That is, they seem to live separately, do something and can enjoy themselves. They have some interests and even have a lot of interests. But when there is a contact with other people, where you need to tell about yourself, do something and participate in the group, this is the biggest fear. A person begins to tremble, to worry, to defend himself, to keep silent. After all, silence is better than telling. If he starts to tell something about himself, what will happen? Then people will perceive him and find something. If people see that there is something wrong with him, they will think that he is something wrong, abnormal. Why doesn't a person talk about himself? Why does he sit on the sidelines? Why doesn't he approach and communicate with joy? This is the source of the problem. The anxiety is constant. Other people, himself kind of living on his own. It's a kind of comfort zone. He's been used to and adapted to life since he was a kid. He has a lot of interests. But as soon as something needs to be done, or at work he needs to speak up, or speak for a group, say something. Or in a relationship one needs to take a leadership position or hold some kind of answer before others. A person avoids such a relationship. It is better not to do it. It is better to be alone with oneself and not to get out of one's shell, in which one is, out of one's comfort zone. A person fixates on this problem all the time. Such a person has a feeling of inferiority because he criticizes, humiliates and devalues himself all the time. He does not feel equal to others. He has low self-esteem. Low self-esteem comes from what he thinks of himself, and speaks for others often. What others think of him, so he lowers his own self-esteem. Social anxiety prevents one from leading a fulfilling life. A person misses out on a lot of opportunities. People offered him relationships. He concedes how many social opportunities where he could prove himself and show off. He avoids it. He refuses. He doesn't have friendship. He doesn't have intimacy with people where he can't show himself. And this anxiety, this fear does not give him the opportunity to show his strengths. He is afraid to show these sides. People may evaluate them negatively, because from childhood he was told about it. You can't be yourself. You can't talk about yourself. You cannot open up. It is dangerous to show your feelings. It is better to keep silent. You should not run ahead of other people. You should not be bright. You should not talk about yourself, because it may cause some problems and dissatisfaction.